All right, so just to jump into our what was originally supposed to be our main topic, but it definitely isn't going to be.
Yeah.
Zombies.
Black Ops 6 Zombies. We've been playing it. Like I mentioned earlier, I posted a video of us playing the latest map, the Zombies map called The Tomb. And I think we were all unanimous in kind of thinking that it was not the best, but it wasn't bad.
Like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I think
maybe a 7.
I think
on a good
for
day.
me it was my least favorite in the game so far.
Yeah,
but,
at least in this game, yeah, for sure.
I'm curious what you guys think of the zombies in general for this game compared to past games.
It might be my all-time favorite. It's at least top 2 or 3.
Really?
Because, like, I mean, the exo zombies on, what was that? Black Ops?
Advanced Warfare.
Oh, yeah, Advanced, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of my favorites, if not. The new one's definitely in my top 3 somewhere, if not number 1, because then the was it like the original Black Ops that had Kino and those are probably my top 3.
So you would rank this above those now?
It might be number 1, but I'm not 100% sure.
The Easter egg aspect to it and like the directed mode, like it just feels like a game again and not just like something that Treyarch and all those people just like jumbled together and was like, oh, we were supposed to make zombies too. Blah, 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 blah. Here it goes.
I mean, that's definitely what happened last year.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it makes me feel like I'm playing zombies with my friends again. Not just like, all right, well, we got to get all of our guys on here and figure out how this works. Like,
yeah, the directed mode is what I like the most, just because I like doing like this, not necessarily the story. I don't care about the story, like it never makes sense in zombies, but just like having objectives and knowing where to go and makes it more fun to me, like having something to do rather than just like doing round after round. Just gets really boring for me.
Yeah.
Gameplay is good, quality of life improvements.
Yes, that's
like,
what I was going to
overall.
say. Like they seem like they finally listened to what people have been asking for years. Like, why didn't you let us pause in the middle of a game?
Yeah.
Until
some of us got to pee
last week
because we drank too much alcohol. But no, I do like that. The last Zombies was cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
For like a handful of reasons. There was also a handful of reasons I didn't like it. I liked it because how many people could join? Was it only 3?
Yeah.
You could
on a team, yeah, but then you could like try to get into the same.
Yeah, we kind of backdoored it and tried to all join at the same time to get all on the same map at the same time, and then we would join all together, which worked about like 90% of the time.
That was
just
fun.
didn't even feel
which
like
was great.
It didn't feel like regular zombies though. Like
Yeah,
it was
because
a
it
whole
wasn't-
different idea.
Yeah.
It wasn't round based, which I mean they made up for with the different levels.
It was cool.
But what I did not like about it was that it was timed, and it made it feel like a Fortnite. Where like, oh, you have to go in the middle of the circle and then you're dead.
I'd love to see them do something like that zombies, but like meet in the middle between like what we have now and the last game.
Like still have rounds.
Yeah, basically put rounds in
with a bunch of people.
Yeah, or you don't even have to have like I don't care if there's other people on the map or not.
Yeah.
Like the really big map, the like objectives to do like during the round, like kind of like the Easter egg stuff.
Yeah,
but just have rounds instead of zones, or both.
Like maybe finding loot boxes and combining the two would be really cool.
I think rounds on those big kind of maps would be very interesting.
Yeah,
like just seeing how far you get through the map, how many missions you do, how many like if you can get all of the things done that you wanted to within a certain amount of rounds, and when you died that it would save it, not necessarily you would have to leave. because I feel like that would just be a complete nightmare if they tried to do that.
I feel like it would give them an opportunity to introduce like more really big enemies too, because
Yeah.
with that big of a map, it would be really easy to avoid zombies unless they're faster than you. But like you throw in just all kinds of, whether you do like the things that they have now or in the past, like dogs or parasites, but then like just big, like huge villains as well. Like it opens the door.
Yeah, I did like how they kind of brought back like the mimics and I can't think of the like mutant injection.
Yeah, the manglers.
Those kind of the manglers.
I love the mutant injection.
Yeah.
I really like how they kind of combined all of the past zombies and scrunched it into one. Like I think we were talking about it when we were playing the like legendary, like how legendary your gun is or something, or the rarity or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't really do anything with that when I play.
In combination to pack-a-punching, just because it gives you more.
Wait, you can pack a
Shut
punch
up,
in this?
David.
That was my favorite bit from the last thing. I put it in the video.
When I was playing, I genuinely got so mad.
I know.
Yeah. And your restraint
like-
when he was like,
I was like,
Should I
That's what made me want to keep
should
doing
I have
it.
Juggernaut now?
yeah.
Should I get uncommon rarity for my gun?
Yeah. The restraint. I think you just had an aneurysm.
But yeah, I really do like that kind of stuff, just because it gives you a goal, like a small little goal to be like, okay, I need to get enough salvage to, update my gun so I can, just one shot people and help people, and all the sodas or whatever they're called, the power ups. Those are really fun to always get, and you can research them to make them more powerful and do different weird things.
That's a cool mechanic.
More strategy introduced in the game through some of that stuff.
So like everybody can play in their own certain way to be able to be good. Like David is known as Dr. Dave because he gets so many revives all the time.
Not as much on this new zombies, but
you've
I
had
haven't
a
been playing
late
as
start
much.
every time we've played the last couple times.
Yeah.
Like you
But-
haven't been able to play
I'm
to
like
your full
I'm
potential.
still learning the maps, like some
Yeah.
of the newer ones. We just haven't been able to play
Well, and
it as
so
much.
are we, essentially. We're like, I feel like me and Brad have an advantage just because we play a lot and alone sometimes, so we can scavenge the map and be like, okay, here's what we can do when Daniel and David play, because you guys don't get on as much because you guys have such busy lives. And
So wait, you do that too?
yeah.
Just go in and be like, okay, so this is what we need to do, and this is where you need to go. And
Yes.
game plans
Like
before.
this is where Daniel can run in a circle and avoid all the zombies.
So when
and stay
Daniel's
the whole
dying on
time.
purpose to come back with more money, this is what we're going to do.
Exactly. Yes, that's exactly what I do when I play. But mostly I try to. What I like about the new one is they gave you directed mode so you can finish the Easter egg.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been kind of doing, is just by myself grinding the Easter eggs by myself. But as I told you guys through text, I could not beat the Tomb one by myself. And then when we finally did it, we were just like, oh, that was it. I was like,
it was
I
so
just
easy.
needed more people. I'm so sorry. I just needed more people. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it by myself. But then I actually went back to the other ones by myself and completed almost all of them, except I did Terminus with you.
Yeah.
I did Liberty City by myself and with you guys
I
a
did
number of times. I
Yeah,
did
I've
it by
done it.
myself, like just casually.
Yeah,
like
me
within
too.
45 minutes.
It's so easy.
And the castle one, I don't remember what its real name is, but it's hard.
Citadel something.
With one person and with 4 people, which we tried both times. Like
Yeah, that one's hard.
hard because there's a big, Goliath that you have to defeat at the end, and like
Yeah.
you better have 2 legendary Pack-a-Punch 3 level weapons, or
How do you
you're
get
not gonna
that?
get through it. Shut up.
I always just get a gun off the wall.
Play the game. But no, my top 3 out of it, I would say this one is either 1 or 2. I don't want to give nostalgia any factor, but I still say Black Ops 2 is in my top 3. Just because they made so many more maps. There's so many more things you can do. There's like little niche things that you can, look back on and play
Like
through.
Transit Black Ops 2?
Transit Black Ops was fun just because we could never get through any of it.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We would always leave each other
that'll never be
behind
my
on the
favorite because we
bus.
never could do it.
Or maybe it wasn't Black Ops 2. Maybe it was...
Like, I didn't play
I
it
don't
very
know.
often.
But,
yeah, I mean, we kind of hated it.
Maybe it was Black Ops 1. I don't remember.
Kino was Black Ops 1.
Kino was Black Ops 1. The other one that, like, I think it was like in a mental hospital or like a hospital or something like that, where it had like 3 levels. Do you know what I'm talking about? You start off
World at War?
like... No, I don't think it was World at War.
That's Black Ops 2. It's a DLC map.
Yeah.
I've never played those maps.
It was like the second one. Yeah, you have.
I never owned those maps.
Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm just...
Jacob's crazy.
But which is not uncommon. But I would say, those just original maps were fun. Just because, they were so new at the time, just a new concept, and zombies at the time was so big. Zombie movies, zombie shows, zombie games, everything was out like all the time. It was endless content. It was always entertaining.
Yeah.
Now it's now I'd say it's making a comeback, but I don't know. Am I third? I don't know. Yeah, Advanced Warfare,
Yeah.
because we played it for so long and we had so much fun. We developed nicknames for each other. I was Moneybags McGee because I would always abandon everyone to go get the money thing that would drop from the sky.
Yeah.
And Daniel was Slam and Dan because he would always get the slam perk or whatever and slam on things and say,
Bomb defusing Brad.
that's what it was. I forgot.
Even
his
if
name,
that
yes.
wasn't like one of the best Call of Duties, that might have been the one we've had the most fun on.
Yeah, I mean, it
And the most
definitely was the best.
That's
one of the
kinda what
best
I'm-
zombies. I don't think it was one of the best Call of Duties overall, but
I
that
don't
zombies
know.
was great.
I liked the campaign besides that one guy who got super canceled because he did some naughty stuff is in
Kevin
the campaign.
Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. Besides him being in the game, I'd say it's one of my favorite campaigns just because it was newer at the time. Like Advanced Warfare stuff was new. And
Yeah.
then they overplayed it and did Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4
Yeah.
and so on and so forth.
Right.
But I'd say that was one of my favorites just because you could jump and sprint and, dive out of the way a lot easier. But yeah.
Are we
Benzer?
going through all of our top threes?
I guess so.
I would say, I mean, it's
Okay.
an interesting thing to talk about, discuss.
Mine would be both Black Ops 1 and 2 zombies together because they're very similar.
Mm-hmm. That's your one.
That'd be my one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good
Second would be World War II zombies, just because.
Yeah,
We have
which
so
they
many
didn't really
hours.
play that much.
No,
I
but
But
couldn't
there
get
was
into
that
it.
group of time where me and him and Cody and Ben,
yeah,
that was the zombies group for
Yeah.
like a year or two.
'Cause
And
I-
you guys weren't really playing zombies during that time.
I wasn't playing zombies. I was playing multiplayer for that because I that was when World War II like games came back, and it
Yeah.
was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And that was like
Yeah.
one of the first times I ever prestiged in multiplayer, so I was heavy into that. But yeah, that's a good one.
I would
Yeah.
say the zombies now is very similar to that
It is,
style
yeah.
of zombies.
It is.
For sure. It's a lot of Easter egg and solving riddles and finding things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then
But-
I would put this
but
zombies at
in
3
that-
for
Yeah.
The worst thing about that was you had to do the Easter
yes,
egg.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't like that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
That was the
either.
only thing I didn't
Yeah,
like,
but it was fun.
it was fun to do the Easter
Yes.
egg at
Yeah.
the same time and figuring it out together, which all four of us
Yeah.
were really into.
Yeah.
So that was so much fun.
Yeah, we had Cody
Yeah.
like looking up the thing.
Yeah, we'd have one person looking it up and the other
So
people
fun.
playing. Yeah.
That was around the time when I was like having kids like crazy. So I was like, no,
Yeah.
I can't do this right now.
Yeah.
I'm dying inside.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. I generally, when it comes to zombies, if you have to do the Easter egg to progress more in the game,
Yeah.
don't like it.
I don't prefer that either.
I would rather go into it super fresh and just be like, oh, wow, this is fun. And then want to
Yeah.
keep going after round after round after round. But I, like what you said earlier before, it was like with these new maps, sometimes like when you hit round 30, round 40 or something, like each round is like an hour long.
Yeah.
And then you have two friends at the background being like, let's get to level 50. And you're like,
I don't know
it's
what you're
1
talking
a.m..
about.
I can't. And I think the last time we played, where we got into the 40s or something like that, I was like, let me die. And David,
You can't.
David was like the last guy up, and he was, you know, doing all the cool stuff and doing
Dr.
like
David
trying,
around.
Yeah, he was just trying real hard. I was like, no, stop, let me die. I'm tired. And then eventually we were like, all right, let's just give up.
Yeah.
But
yeah, 1
Yeah.
a.m. on a Sunday night isn't great.
yeah, no.
That's one of my only complaints about zombies is I have to block out a whole evening.
Yeah.
And if we're doing something more than just the Easter egg, which can be long enough,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, we need to be on by 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And if we get to level 50, it's going to be
We're gonna retire.
1 a.m.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And I have said to my girlfriend, which she not complained, but has brought it up to me on the nights that we play zombies and we go super hard and go super far. She's like, you stopped texting me at 7 p.m. What's going on? And I'm like,
fighting for
Nothing.
my life.
Yeah.
it's nothing. Don't
It's more important.
It's okay. Like we had a talk. We had a talk about it, and
Oh no.
it made me laugh because she was just like, you know, I just want to make sure you're okay, and I'm like, I'm fine. I'm fine. Nothing bad is happening. Like I'm not out like on the street like selling my body or something like that. I'm just with my friends, just making
Online. You're in your bedroom.
Yeah, I'm in my bed at my parents' house, just playing zombies with my old friends, and
Not
we're
that
just
old.
making horrible dad jokes. Well, old
Like that
as in
one.
we've been friends for a long time,
But also old.
Yeah.
We feel
yeah.
old.
Well, just a bunch of guys in their 30s just playing a video game way too late into the night. It's
Yeah.
nothing you need to worry about. I will quit once we hit level 50 until the next zombie
We'll
comes
retire.
out.
Yeah.
We'll retire for until the next zombies.
Once
comes
we
out.
hit 50, the next goal is 100.
Oh no. I have heard
We have to block out
someone
like
else say that as well.
multiple days. They would have, like, for us to make it to 100, they would have to make it so you could pause and save a game and come back to it later,
Yeah.
which would be a
Yeah.
wonderful quality of life feature
Yeah.
that I'm assuming they don't do. I don't know, probably for a lot of reasons. I guess there would
Well,
be
just
some
because,
tech
like,
problems with
I'm
it
sure.
too. But
Well, yeah, I'm sure tech problems, and also, you know, your Xbox being idle for that long, it could probably
no, but,
become
like,
a hazard for your
save.
house.
He's
like
saying
save and exit out and be able to open up
Oh,
the session later, but
Yeah.
then
Well, you
they
can't-
probably have to have like server space. I don't know how that
You
would
can
work.
do that when
think
you
they're
do.
more-
You can do that when you're in solo mode. You can say save and quit,
Yeah,
and
you
then come
can.
back to it. But you can only come back to it once. You can't save and quit again.
Why? But
I don't know.
Maybe you just because you would have to join back with the same people. So maybe there's like they don't want to like. What
Switch
if you
people
don't
out.
have all of the four same people and like I don't know.
yeah, but like you
Other
can,
games
someone
do
can
it.
quit and then the
Yeah.
game keeps going.
They might be
somehow.
like too worried about the leaderboards too. Like
Yeah,
you
I'm
have to.
sure
do it.
that's what it
Yeah,
is.
you have to do it in the one session, or else you're not going to be able to do it. But
Hang on.
like most people don't care about that.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 99% of people probably don't care about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something they should definitely do.
I knew you were going to look at me. Too. I'm not peeing in my jar. I'm just adding more alcohol.
Do you have another one?
I'll get another one if I need it.
Well,
I'm saving this for hot sauce time, which
yeah.
we'll get to later.
I'm saving my jar for when I have to pee.
Hey, I've been there, dude. I think we talked about that on one of the old podcasts where I would pee in a big gulp and throw it at other cars.
I think that's one of our more successful clips.
Which has not yet been confirmed because I will neither confirm nor deny that it's ever happened.
Allegedly.
All of his cup holders are full of big gulps that are
I will
full
say
of pee.
there is at least
To the brim.
I will say there is at least one. No, I won't. My job is probably on the line if I say that.
Is that what was in the big gulp
yeah.
you brought today?
I have peed in my truck in a jar.
Wait, yeah,
I-
you had a big gulp today, didn't you? Is that full of pee?
I thought that smelled funny.
I'll not. No comment.
Brings it into the house.
The liquid inside it is pea colored.
You see him dumping it out in your toilet.
Finally.
Just caught me. I'm like, oh. I
Gotta
can
free up the
explain.
space for later.
Jacob, you promised. No. Don't go that way.
Yeah, I would say this one's in my top 3 too, but I would probably put it at number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think World at War. You said not to count nostalgia, but I do think it's still my favorite. Just because,
Well, that was just for me, but
yeah,
you
but
can
I'm
absolutely do that.
counting it because besides nostalgia, I think it's the definitive because it's so simple, and I just appreciated that about the original Zombies.
And they only had like one or two little things that were weird, like ray gun and things like that weren't too outrageous. No, like Juggernaut and stuff like that.
Original first map, like it's so small. There's only 3 rooms, and like
with 4 people, like it's nuts.
Yeah, and
after like round 30,
it was actually
like,
challenging to get to even level 20.
Yeah,
in that.
Yeah.
That's just always going to be my favorite, I think.
I also feel like us when we played advanced, like when we played older zombies and the difference between all the later generations of zombies, we were like, man, are we garbage or are we just only good at this one zombies?
Yeah.
Because we would play the older zombies and we're like, wow, yeah, like what was the theater one that we always played? Is that Kino?
Yeah.
Kino. We would play Kino for like months and months and months.
Oh, yeah.
Night,
That one summer.
Night on end. Yeah, we would go over to
my
Daniel and
gosh.
David's parents' house and just play until like 3 a.m. and be like, let's do it again tomorrow. And like we would never get sick of it. And then we played Advanced Warfare and we were like, we are garbage.
I also think we didn't realize
it's so hard.
I had no idea how much free time I had back then because we did play it so much.
I mean, we like you guys were like probably just out of high school, and me and Daniel were college age, and
It's a great time to be alive.
Yeah, it was fun.
Like
it was
in
fun to be
between, like
alive.
being a kid with no freedom, and being an adult with all the responsibility. Like we were somewhere in between.
Just like not having to find a super high-paying job and having to move out immediately. Just that sweet spot of being like, okay, it's okay, I still live here. Like we'll be quiet, but whatever. And then we would just be wrecking the house for 3 to 4 hours at a time, eating garbage food and not it affecting us in any way was
Speak for yourself.
incredible. Yeah, all right. But yeah, those were good times.
Yeah.
I would say just I say nostalgia has no part of it, but it's really, I would say honestly, it was like almost the cornerstone of our friendship for a long time. Of just sitting around and playing zombies, talking shit, and just like honestly some of us opening up in weird ways and talking about stuff
Yeah.
and being like, oh, this got serious. And like talking about stuff, like back when Tyler would play, like he would open up about stuff, and just all of us would like talk about girls or women. All of us would talk about women and like our relationships or like jobs or what our future was like. And yeah, those were definitely fun times, and
Yeah.
I've definitely missed those, and we probably won't have those again until we're all in the same nursing home and being like,
That is the goal.
Yeah.
all of us being in like Kokomo.
Have like VR headsets on and stuff at that point.
Yeah, just us walking out of our rooms naked and be like, I'm back and playing zombies. At that point, you could probably like map out your entire nursing home if you walk around the whole thing and being like, this is a zombie mode. And a nurse is like, stop hitting me. You're hitting me. Melee kill.
Headshot. But yeah, for my third in my top three,
I'm sorry I'm derailing a lot of this, but
I would. It's hard for me to not put World War II up there.
I know, right?
well,
We played it so much.
You
Number
guys
3
did have a great time
zombies.
doing that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Number 3 zombies for you. I know the answer. It's Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
Goat Simulator,
But zombie.
zombie edition.
I unfortunately introduced Goat Simulator 2 to my children, and they were like, "This game ever." I was like, oh no, they're gonna be going down the Grand Theft Auto route soon, which is what I did at their age. But
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably just say World War II. But it's a toss-up between that and Exo Zombies, probably.
so, what was your 3 again? You said.
World at War. Number 2 is probably the Zombies.
Mm-hmm.
I think just like what David said, with all of the like quality of life stuff that they've added.
Mm-hmm.
And then World War II. Or Exo.
/
Yeah, they might be tied with number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really like Black Ops 1 as well.
EXO was fun just because it had like it was so new and like so like
And it-
the story was kind of cool. Like it was also kind of funny.
Yeah, the actors were funny, or the characters were funny.
Having John Malkovich in there was so
Yeah.
funny.
Burger Boy.
Burger Boy,
and
yeah,
Burger
the Easter
Boy.
egg was fun.
You and Daniel wanted to play Burger Boy level all the time. You're like, let's do it. Let's get Burger Boy.
That and the Carrier. were my-
Carrier was awesome. Carrier was
favorites.
awesome because we could get far and we had our own like spaces. I was in the med bay, just like running in a circle all the time, and I had no idea what you guys were doing because I was just running in a circle all
It'll
the
be
time.
fun one day to go back to that. but
Yeah, I
I'm still enjoying the zombies.
I
right
deleted that off my Xbox because like I don't have
now. Yeah, I
the
don't think I have it.
I don't have the headspace to even have that right now, just lingering in my brain, just telling you guys like, you guys want to do Exo Zombies? I'm like, no.
Didn't you guys you and Daniel used to play that like by yourselves?
I don't
Was it
think
that one
so.
or was it Kino? I remember
think
you
we
guys
ever
used
did
to.
I don't
that
think they ever did anything
much.
by themselves.
I remember you guys
Maybe
did.
occasionally.
Like you were the ones that would always be about doing the Easter eggs in that game, and me and Jacob were like, okay, we'll
Yeah, it was kind of the opposite.
we'll
of
just do
now.
whatever
Well,
because we didn't care.
Well, because they liked the Burger Boy thing because it was so
Well, they did
silly
on every
and
map though.
hilarious.
Like they would try to figure it out on every map.
Because a lot of the Easter eggs in that game
Yeah,
were just so silly and hilarious. Like me finding those, what were they? Like little sharks or something like that. And if you clicked X on them, it was like dum dum dum. And
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
would be like, oh, that's so
You would
funny.
always have to do like the gator
Yeah.
one at Burger Town.
yeah,
But,
Yeah.
yeah, I actually feel like I kind of was the one that always used to want to do the Easter egg. But
yeah.
it was
Because it was something to do on top of
on the
zombies.
way to like the final rounds.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't necessarily like get in the way.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is how these in this game are kind of
A
to
little
an
bit
extent.
until the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
I
the
feel like
end, it's like a
Exo
death
Zombie-
sentence.
yeah.
I feel like Exo Zombies ones were more hilarious and we would have more fun, like more like just red-faced laughing moments in those times just because they were so ridiculous. Like
I
being in
agree.
that tiny room,
just that stupid Burger Boy
like
statue.
being in that tiny room, filling that pool with like zombie blood or whatever, we would be like, oh
Just
my
insane.
gosh!
Yeah.
Just trying to like set up sentry guns and like those like floating little turret things, just trying to get that thing full of zombie blood, and it was always so funny.
Yeah.